bad.
So you guys have to feed the cows first thing in the morning?
Yeah, most of the time.
They get their breakfast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you always get your breakfast in the morning?
Not always.
Would you ever have breakfast for lunch or for dinner, maybe?
That sounds good. Fine.
What about pancakes for dinner?
Like IHOP's gourmet pancake breakfast for $3.99. You get harvest green or nut or pumpkin pancakes or country griddled cakes plus eggs, bacon, and hash browns for just $3.99.
Breakfast is a pretty important meal, don't you think?
As my mom says it, breakfast feeds the brain.
It might be smart to have it for lunch or dinner.
Yeah. Get all A's.
Acting, great music, dance. These things get passed down to us generation to generation. That's how it's been. Don't let it stop now. Public support for the arts keeps it alive. Such a small price to pay for beauty.
Get connected to Philadelphia's news fast and easy through NBC10.com and MSNBC. Get connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get connected to your world.
On this Save Our Streets.
There he goes. He's getting in the car.
As you can see, they're returning fire at the police officers.
The bank heist that shocked a nation.
These people were armed for combat.
Now, the copycats. Baby bandits who stop at nothing. Then, bandits beware. Banks are fighting back with new crime-stopping devices.
The beautiful thing about it is they go to jail.
And a new sheriff's in town. He's tough as steel.
If a machine must go in and do deadly force, so be it.
Don't mess with the RoboCop. All that on this edition of Save Our Streets.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Save Our Streets. I'm Tim Reed. There's been a rash of violent bank robberies across the nation. Police say they may be copycat crimes, similar to the takeover heist in Southern California that ended in a bloody shootout. These takeover bandits are often as well armed as the cops. So how are banks protecting themselves and victims who get caught in the shootouts? Save Our Streets gets a chilling view of the bank robbery capital of America, Los Angeles, California. A terrifying image caught on a bank surveillance camera. The face of today's bank robber, young, in a rush, and a rage. They take hostages, and they're heavily armed.
There he goes. He's getting in the car.
As you can see, they're returning fire at the police officers, and they're trying to make their escape out of this area.
Nothing illustrates this dangerous new trend more than the shocking heist by a duo of bank robbers in North Hollywood that aired live on national TV.
Now he's just going down the sidewalk and he's just firing.
These people were armed for combat. They were not armed for a bank robbery.
There he is. It's a suspect coming out of that pickup truck.
Two urban Rambos, Emil Mazzurano and Larry Phillips, armed with automatic rifles, itching for battle.
They wanted to prove the superiority of their weapons, the superiority of their body armor. I felt that there was a certain amount of thrill factor involved for them in doing that.
As with many robbers, their cheap thrills cost them their lives.
They're firing at him. I'm not sure if they've hit him. He has his hands up. He's throwing his weapon down.
Police in Glendale, California saw this day coming. 4 years earlier, in 1993, they had arrested the duo with an arsenal inside their red Thunderbird.
The amount of ammunition, the bulletproof vests, and everything, they were ready for a major assault.
Glendale Sergeant Rick Young was shocked when a judge set them free and returned their weapons. Weapons that they would chillingly use again.
They got a slap on the wrist, basically. It is our feeling, if we had gone to court, we could have easily convinced any jury that these guys were, should at least have done a conspiracy to commit a robbery.
Police believe that once freed on the streets, the duo robbed two banks in the San Fernando Valley and brazenly killed an armored truck driver.
I think beyond that, it became very easy for them to kill again. And I really feel that they sought out a confrontation.
That's just what they got when they met the LAPD bullet to bullet. But the shootout that ended with 2 dead robbers has spawned a series of copycats. Now it's many armies trained at the art of takeovers. 85% of them are gunning for drug money and stop at nothing. In Thousand Oaks, California, robbers took over a bank, then cold-bloodedly killed a teller. She had taken the job because she thought banks were safe.
What makes these baby bandits so dangerous is the fact that they are well armed. The fact that they're so young creates a problem because they are violence prone. The only thing they know is street violence.
That troubles FBI agent Bill Reeder, who hunts down bandits in the nation's bank robbery capital, California. While his unit reduced the number of bank hits from 1,400 to 1,100 in 1996, that's still nearly 4 a day, and more of them are savage takeovers.
They're not very sophisticated. In fact, many of them have never been in a bank before they rob it. This is the playing out of almost a violent video game for these individuals. There has got to be some kind of a thrill that goes through their mind. These individuals will rush into a bank with weapons drawn. There's yelling, there's screaming, there's profanity. Basically, the aspect that they're trying to achieve here is total control of the facilities.
Takeovers now account for 20% of all bank robberies. Thrills, greed, perhaps an addiction to violence is the formula for these frightening heists. It was pure economics for Robert Shelton Brown. For years throughout Texas, he trained gangs of young bank robbers to do his dirty work.
First time I organized a takeover, a couple of the guys was armed on their own intuition, and I got 100 and something, I think 112 grand, you know. So from that point, I never condemned what they wanted to go in with.
Cops finally caught up with Brown after an estimated 175 bank hits. He's now doing hard time.
It's all fairy tales, you know. You know, it's good for 1 minute, and then at the end, it's not. So I wouldn't advise it for nobody. I mean, kids, adults, anybody. It ain't cool.
And that's being proven in California. Once the battleground, now becoming the testing ground, bankers and FBI agents are fighting back with aggressive tactics and new high-tech crime-stopping devices.
We're on the way to cracking down on the situation, and I expect to win the war.
When we come back, Save Our Streets will show how the banking industry is protecting your savings and your lives.
You have nightmares. You just really don't feel safe anywhere.
And what happened to one young man when he got caught in the crossfire during a takeover.
There are ways to make your leftover turkey seem more glamorous and exciting. Some just work better than others. Got enough stovetop?
Did you know even the leading bar can take moisture away from your skin? But Oil of Olay 2-in-1 Moisturizing Body Wash actually puts moisture into your skin, improving tone and texture. Proven to moisturize better than the leading bar.
We both have colds, and just like last time, he's perky because last night he got to the NyQuil first, and so he got rest again, and I didn't.
Vicks NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever, so you can rest and have a good morning medicine.
There are ways to make your leftover turkey seem more glamorous and exciting. Some just work better than others. Got enough stovetop?
Sure, you thought about buying your own place someday. So what's stopping you? Don't have enough money for a down payment? Worried about having a mortgage and losing your job? Have no fear. Historic Landmarks has taken the worry out of home buying. Introducing the FHA Home Start No Fear Mortgage, the first program to offer a low FHA down payment, a low FHA mortgage rate, and now job loss protection from Cigna, featuring a 12-month mortgage benefit of up to $2,000 per month. Think about it. You can now own a luxury condominium without worry and with as little as $1,900. This extraordinary opportunity is as close as the Colonnade in Center City, Philadelphia, Bridgeview Place, and the Wireworks in Old City. Choose a studio, 1 or 2 bedroom condominium with monthly payments to own starting as low as $506. So why waste money or time? To hear more about the FHA Home Start No Fear Mortgage with job loss protection, call 1-800-8-BUY-NOW. The only thing to worry about is someone calling before you do.
Guns drawn, screams, savagery. This chilling scene is what 1 out of 5 bank robbers looks like today. It's called a takeover. Gone is the era of robbers handing over stick-em-up notes. Now it's bandits marching in and commandeering a bank. But before you run for cover, this heist is only make-believe. It's a training video to show bank employees and their customers how to survive a takeover.
What we see are street muggings, which have now moved indoors inside a bank lobby.
This is the dream of takeover bandits, the vault where big cash is stored. But urban commandos, if you think about copycatting the shocking heist that aired on live TV in North Hollywood, you'd better think twice. Law enforcers say the party is over.
And they'll be taking him into custody. As you can see, they're going to roll him over on his stomach so that they can handcuff him.
It's a warning to other bank robbers that we are going to get you. The police will aggressively go after anyone committing bank robberies.
But how are banks protecting you and your money from marauders? Save Our Streets got a rare view from the inside. More and more tellers are working behind bulletproof barriers with silent alarms. They hand out marked bills, use window boxes for coins, and keep some ATMs safely inside.
The bank industry is in the process of catching up with these individuals, and what they're doing is they're employing certain technological means in order to put a stop and to deter these robberies.
Would-be robbers, if you think you can still make a getaway, eagle-eyed cameras will follow you inside and outside the bank, with a dragnet on your heels as quickly as your picture hits the web. Many banks are installing man traps, bulletproof vestibules that lock a gunman inside and catch him on videotape. Look how desperate this bandit becomes as he tries to kick his way out of a man trap. It's the robber-nabbing invention of Bill Diaz, president of Puerto Rico's security research firm, RoboCop.
They flip out. The beautiful thing about it is they go to jail, and of course the word gets out, and before you know it, everyone in that prison knows that you stay away from these units.
FBI statistics show that 50% of bank robbers are drugged, dangerous, often deadly. The goal of the man trap is to stop them at the front door.
Many times they can't even control themselves, and this is why you see some of these killings.
Bank customers may find man traps a nuisance at first, but John Kelly's Hamilton security firm in Los Angeles has sold 126 of them.
The American public will use this because they have adjusted to what's happened at the airports.
But the door is not only designed to trap a robber before he hits the vault for an average grab of $36,000. It's also to keep him from terrorizing the bank staff.
The unit consists of an entry and exit portal equipped with double interlocking doors and bullet-resistant glass. Entrance into the bank is controlled by a metal detector.
The high-tech chambers cost $35,000. Some say cheap compared to the savage aftermath of a takeover.
That's just the tip of the iceberg. The real cost to a bank is the loss of employee morale, the loss of customers due to the robbery, the increase in insurance premiums, and therapeutic counseling necessary because the robbery took place.
Trauma may have a higher price. Save Our Streets has learned that bank customers who get caught inside during a robbery can sue the bank.
The banks have a moral obligation to protect their employees and their customers.
Corey Gilliland was applying to be a teller at a bank in Orange, California, when a robber stormed in shooting. It was the fourth time the bold bandit returned to the same bank for a takeover.
You just go in for an interview hoping you're going to walk out with the job, and just crazy violence just breaks out all around you. There's really nothing you can do about it. You just feel helpless.
In the gunfire, both robber and bank guard were killed. Corey looked on in terror.
You have nightmares. You just really don't feel safe anywhere. And it just brings back a whole big insecurity issue to where you're really not safe no matter where you are.
The images of the robbery continue to haunt Corey.
I still have dreams about it. You can still hear the gunshots. Just picturing the guard's face and just everything that happened.
But bankers are confident of winning the battle to protect their employees, you, and your savings. New high-tech crime-stopping devices are beginning to chill even the toughest thugs.
We're going to win this war. Absolutely right. We're going to win it.
California remains the bank robbery capital with a 20% increase in takeovers. But as bank robbers also move their crime sprees to the Southwest and Texas, bank security, trapdoors, and federal agents are keeping a step ahead of them. The average prison term for a bank robber is 19 years.
When we come back,
he always talked about killing his family or doing himself in.
What happens when man and machine clash? A violent criminal squares off with the weapon of the future, RoboCop.
Hi, Cliff here with something new and exciting. Ta-da! It's a brand new IHOP right here in your area with great tasting breakfast, lunches, and dinners for you and your family. Remember, nobody does breakfast like IHOP does breakfast. Or lunch, or dinner, hello, or brunch, pardon me, or maybe a late night snack. How about some...
Celebrate our grand reopening at the newly remodeled IHOP in Jenkintown. Gourmet pancakes just $3.99 at our Jenkintown IHOP. Come celebrate now.
Save up to 80% by buying factory direct at the Jewelry Factory in Norristown. Diamond tennis bracelets are just $200 per carat. Diamond studs just $400 per carat. Anniversary bands are also just $400 per carat. The Jewelry Factory imports their diamonds direct from site holders and is the leading manufacturer of semi-mounts, anniversary bands, pendants, earrings, tennis bracelets, and invisible settings. Only the Jewelry Factory gives you both a low price and double value guarantee. That's the Jewelry Factory in Norristown. 610-292-0200.
The home of happy auto parts, where saving money starts at Jimmy's Used Auto Parts.
Remember Jimmy's? Well, we're still here and better than ever. The one and only original Jimmy's has whatever you need in auto parts, bumper to bumper, tires to antenna, and they all come with Jimmy's guarantee. Give us a call and let our experts solve all your parts problems at the best prices anywhere. For fast, easy service, think Jimmy's, just off the Allegheny Avenue exit of I-95. The original Jimmy's, the home of happy auto parts.
It comes in a flash and leaves in a heartbeat. It's opportunity. If you own a business like I do, you know all about it. You either jump all over it or you get in the long line of shouldas and couldas.
Opportunity? It's $1 million idea.
For me, it was knowing when to go out on my own.
Or finding a tool that makes doing business easier. The Gold Corporate Card for Small Business from American Express.
It's easy to apply. Call now.
The card started as a way to simplify bookkeeping. Today it also provides savings at Kinko's, Mobile, and other businesses. And our dedicated Small Business Services Group offers savings on health and dental care, as well as equipment financing. They do all that so I can stay ahead of the curve.
It's easy to apply. Call 1-800-SUCCESS.
Let American Express give your business the power to do more.
In 1996, Save Our Streets introduced you to the ultimate super cop, a heavily armed robot that's still being used in dangerous hostage situations. It can stop a madman in his tracks, and it did just that one terrible night in New York.
He always talked about killing his family or doing himself in.
Long Island, 1991. Deeply troubled Andy Brooks goes berserk, killing his parents and 4 other people. When Save Our Streets brought you this terrifying story, we showed you how this man, known as Crazy Andy, stormed from house to house hunting for his next victim. He ended up in the bedroom of Eva and Paul Gregory.
He ran upstairs the stairway and he put his gun on my husband's chest. I had to find out what he wants. First thing I told him, please don't kill us. We give you everything.
Amazingly, Eva coaxed Crazy Andy to let her husband go. Later, she escaped, leaving Andy barricaded inside her house. That's when SWAT teams brought out their biggest gun. The potential battle zone was too risky for officers to enter. Instead, they sent their remote-controlled Man of Steel, armed with a microphone, video camera, and shotgun.
It was able to climb a flight of stairs, make a turn at the top of the staircase, and at that point, Mr. Brooks appeared in front of the camera, and the audio in the robot was directing Mr. Brooks to put down his weapon and come outside.
Crazy Andy didn't listen. He fired at the robot. Then he turned the gun on himself. His reign of terror was over.
The best outcome of any crisis situation is when everybody walks out the door with 10 fingers and 10 toes. Good guys, bad guys, everybody.
Former NYPD officer and hostage expert Al Baker remembers that night. He helped launch the RoboCop program back in 1984.
It was very meaningful in the sense that it put tactical robotics on the map, so to speak.
Baker agrees the RoboCop helped end Crazy Andy's rampage, but he says it failed in its ultimate mission to avoid more bloodshed.
Perhaps a non-lethal incapacitating device in a situation such as that might have proved better.
Now, police have more experience with the RoboCop, and it's fast becoming one of the most effective crime-stopping weapons in their arsenal.
The robot, in its acting as an intermediary, will save the police officers from entering a dangerous environment. The whole objective here is to avoid a human encounter. Once a human encounter occurs, the violence level is irreversible.
Save Our Streets got a rare view of police undercover work when they deployed the RoboCop in another barricade crisis.
The robot operator used very professional language.
David, this is the police. Nobody wants to hurt you. Come to your bedroom door, right outside in the kitchen.
After a few minutes, the suspect opened the door, surprised to find not the cops, but a robot staring at him. He surrendered peacefully.
Okay, stay just like that.
If a machine must go in and do deadly force, so be it. It's a valid application to save lives.
Baker has been instrumental in convincing New York City to buy several RoboCops, imperfect as they still are.
Cords can be cut, the cameras can be shot, baseball bat can knock the thing silly.
At $100,000 per robot, most police departments have shied away. But Baker believes the RoboCop will someday become a crucial crime-fighting tool for reconnaissance missions, bomb threats, and hostage standoffs across the country.
The protection of life and property is really the simplicity of that mission. And whatever it takes to save lives. If the machine can do it, it's worth every penny.
Before police deployed the RoboCop to release hostages, the Man of Steel primarily helped them detect bombs. Because the machine is still expensive, many cities are opting for other high-tech weapons, such as infrared night vision goggles and laser-guided rifles.
Hear that?
Bells.
School's out.
400 yards. 300 yards. 100 yards! It's hungry, sir! It got Johnson!
Beefy.
Chef Boyardee, beef ravioli, feed the need!
Tonight, Mr. Reach faces the evil black man who hides where a plain brush can't reach, the gum line. But now, Mr. Reach, creator of the angled neck toothbrush, introduces new Reach Tooth and Gum Care, the only brush with these exclusive feather-tipped bristles proven to clean gum line plaque best. Get new Reach Tooth and Gum Care.
And don't just brush, reach.
There are ways to make your leftover turkey seem more glamorous and exciting. Some just work better than others. Got enough stovetop?
When spills are at their worst, Bounty's at its best. It's the quilted quicker picker-upper. Bounty is quicker. It gets what this other towel left behind. Ordinary towels fall apart, even top-quality towels, but Bounty's more durable. Quilted Bounty.
Gentlemen, I'm going to read you your rights. You have the right to be strong, to be healthy, to shine, the right to make your own choices. And when it comes to your hair, you have the right to choose Pantene Pro V. The Pro Vitamin formula gets in there, penetrating root to tip, improving it all. It helps keep your hair healthy, shiny, strong. Pantene Pro V, for hair so healthy, it shines. It's the right stuff.
There are ways to make your leftover turkey seem more glamorous and exciting. Some just work better than others. Got enough stovetop?
Closed captioning provided by
Remington introduces the new shape in shaving. Remington's new dual microscreen.
Our thanks to the men and women in law enforcement across the nation who put their lives on the line every day to protect ours. If there's a story you'd like to see, please email us at sosusa@aol.com. That's sosusa@aol.com. I'm Tim Reed. Until next time, stay safe out there.
Ice Sport. Cool, fresh, exhilarating. Deodorant and antiperspirant from Aquavelva.
So, you want to lose the nicks and cuts and shave anywhere? Get a new Remington Wet Dry Shaver. Nobody else makes this smooth, this easy. Remington.
New Viractin, a penetrating breakthrough for cold sores. Viractin penetrates to the core of the sore to work like no other medicine. New penetrating Viractin.